own channel that I so Bubbles Gamer is his account. Definitely recommend go check that out. Anyways, back to my point. So I mentioned it in I mentioned it on her channel, my theory, but my theory has got detailed and more ideas that I came up with that could possibly be possible. And this whole thing of Grande and Kingdom Hearts 3, and a lot of people are like, why, like, what does Ariana Grande have to do with Kingdom Hearts 3? Actually, the funny thing is a lot of things. Ariana Grande, first of all, here's what's crazy. She came out with a song a while back, and if you want to see the other video, it's on my girlfriend's channel, like I said, Bubbles Gamer, something like that. But pretty much, basically, I talked about it more in detail because that was when the song first initially came out. But basically, she created this song that I'm like, what? This sounds like something that could be in Kingdom Hearts. And I was shocked. Like, when I heard the song, I was like, this could actually be part of Kingdom Hearts. Like, this could be a song that appears in Kingdom Hearts in some shape or form. But there was a theory that I came up with that I've talked to all my friends about, and I'm like, you know, this could be possible actually. And it's like seeming more and more likely after I've known this before, but okay. But first of all, let me get into the song though. Okay, so the song goes, the light is coming to take back everything that the darkness stole. Oh my gosh, first of all, that screams Kingdom Hearts. That screams Kingdom Hearts right there. The light is coming to take back everything that the darkness stole. Like, why would she make a song about that? I mean, yes, people say, oh, it could have been about her ex, you know. Nah, which I just don't see it. Like, I see it a little bit, but I mean, at the same point, I'm like, she created this song, and it has a meaning behind it. What if the whole meaning is something to do with Kingdom Hearts? And here is my theory and how it goes. So pretty much, like I said, the lyrics, the light is coming back. The light is coming to take back everything that the darkness stole. My whole thought about this theory was, which I mentioned before in the last video, is that, first of all, let's mention something about the current theme. That's what we're going to go into. First of all, Yutada Hikaru is creating the theme for Kingdom Hearts 3, and they've got, supposedly now, even more interesting, she's got a new theme that isn't no longer, it's no longer Don't Think Twice is the, that's going to be the ending theme. But the new theme is called, I can't even think of it now. Hold on. The new theme, let me go back to the point though of Ariana Grande first, and then pretty much the new theme, hold on, 1 second. Okay, so they've got a new theme that they will be showing off in January, I know that much, and the new theme is what I'm trying to remember what they called it, because they, oh, I know, okay, here it is. Okay, so it should be right here. A lot of her stuff is in Japanese, so Face My Fears. That's it. And okay, so it's called Face My Fears. That is her new, that is supposed to be the main theme for the intro of Kingdom Hearts 3. Instead of Don't Think Twice, which was supposed to be the original. And then Skrillex and her came up with this new idea for a theme song called Face My Fears, which I'm really excited to hear sometime in January, unless we get it earlier, and they show the theme earlier. But, point is, she is releasing 2 different themes for Kingdom Hearts 3, which is really awesome. I'm excited to hear how they go. We've already heard Don't Think Twice, but I'm excited to hear how Face My Fears sounds. But basically, she's releasing 2 themes for Kingdom Hearts 3. So here's the thing. From what I've heard, this is going to be possibly her last time doing the themes for Kingdom Hearts. Meaning, which I said in my last video, Square has to find somebody new to replace her. Even if they don't completely replace her and she does come back for another Kingdom Hearts game, they have to be on top of things. They gotta find someone that they think could fit the bill of replacing Utada Hikaru. And why I bring up Ariana Grande, and this theory may be crazy, but it's actually not that crazy because of this. First of all, let me go into where Ariana Grande has worked with Square Enix before, and it's even crazier than it seems. She worked in this game called Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, and I've heard she possibly might have done a song for it as well. But do you want to know what's even more crazy? She was a boss. And supposedly, in the world of Final Fantasy, Ariana Grande is a Final Fantasy character, which is insane to think about. She is an actual Final Fantasy character, which is, I'm going to go into more of that as well. And that's where my theory has gotten further and further about this. But anyways, here are my thoughts. So, the Square Enix has already worked with her before. There's a song called The Light Is Coming to Take Back Everything That the Darkness Stole, which, like I said, screams Kingdom Hearts. And, literally, I mean, here's the thing. Like I said, she's worked with Square Enix before. Utada Hikaru, this may be her last time doing the themes for Kingdom Hearts. And then we need a future person to do the Kingdom Hearts themes. Meaning we need someone to do it. So, they've got to find someone. They worked with her before, Ariana Grande. She's amazing. She's got that high-pitched voice just like Utada Hikaru. And here's how I think it would roll out. So if they're planning on, like I said, getting a new person at the future of the Kingdom Hearts themes, here's what I think would happen. First off, here's what I think. They will introduce her in some shape or form in Kingdom Hearts, and I think this would be amazing. This is a crazy idea, but here's how I think they should do it. There's several ways I think they should do it, actually, and they could do all of them. Number 1, The Light Is Coming. Like I said, So Strange has created a song that, like I said, it screams Kingdom Hearts. The Light Is Coming to take back everything over and over and over. Like I said, that just screams Kingdom Hearts. And here's what makes it even more crazy. She is a Final Fantasy character in the Final Fantasy world. So, here's what I think could happen. There's several things. Number 1, they're going to... Here's how I think they'll introduce her. So, here's what's going to happen. The intro for Kingdom Hearts 3, of course, is Face My Fears. Then towards once you beat the game, you're going to hear Don't Think Twice. Of course, the ending song. But then after that, you're going to be like, what's this? Then they play the Ariana Grande song towards the end. The Light Is Coming to Take Back Everything That the Darkness Stole. And they're going to play The Light Is Coming by Ariana. And you're going to be like, whoa, Ariana Grande, like what's she doing in here? Then afterwards, after the credits have rolled, they will put this. Ariana Grande will return as the future of the Kingdom Hearts themes. And oh my gosh, if that is the case, I'm gonna go crazy. Because I'd love to see that. She is a great artist. She is one of my favorite artists. And I think she'd do perfect because she's got that high-pitched voice. She could do great for the future of the Kingdom Hearts themes. So, I mean, here's another thing. So I want to go into this as well. First off, here's another way they can introduce her, and I just think this will like shock people. This will be like shocking. My first, like, you already heard that I have said, like, I think they will introduce her as the new theme, and like I said, this would be like almost like a secret ending type thing. You hear the light is coming towards the end of the credits, and then they say Ariana Grande will return as the future of the Kingdom Hearts theme. That would be amazing. Now here's what other way I think they can also introduce her, and people wouldn't even know at first. Like, there's two ways they can introduce her in game. That's what I was saying. They don't just need to put her in the credits. There's a way now that they can introduce her into the actual game. Now, my number one, I've already mentioned it in the other video I did on my girlfriend's account, where I theorized about that, that happening. But now we're gonna theorize, like, this is like how the theory has gone to. So pretty much, here's what I think. Number one, you already know about the credit, them possibly showing her. The light is coming to take back everything that the darkness stole, as like an ending credit thing where they she'll be the new artist to continue the Kingdom Hearts themes. Number two is they have that song also play in. There's supposed to be this like dancing game in the Tangled world. I thought this would be awesome, is if as one of the mini games, The Light Is Coming pops up, the Ariana Grande song, and you and Rapunzel are like dancing, Sora and Rapunzel are like dancing to it. I think that'd be interesting too, because that would be the first way to introduce it, because Tangled's going to be probably earlier in the game. So it'd be like, okay, Ariana Grande Light Is Coming. This song makes sense for a Kingdom Hearts song. I mean, it could also just be possible that they just use it for that. But I mean, like I said, there's got to be a future of the Kingdom Hearts theme, and that they've already worked with Ariana on a Final Fantasy title. Square Enix has already worked with her in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, and she was a Final Fantasy character. Like, oh my gosh. Like, it's possible. But here's where things get crazy. Not just the dance, like her song appearing in the dancing mini game for Tangled. But here's where my theory gets, oh my gosh, like awesome. And I want to see this. And me and my friend have theorized about this. I was like, wouldn't it be... What if Ariana Grande herself, her Final Fantasy character, because she is a Final Fantasy character in the Final Fantasy world, she is a Final Fantasy character, supposedly. What if, because, you know, Kingdom Hearts includes Final Fantasy characters, what if as a secret boss, because there's a rumor right now that Tetsuya Nomura is going to be a secret boss, and that one's a bit crazy, but this, I mean, it's not like crazy, I mean, that'd be definitely interesting, I wouldn't mind it, I think it'd be kind of funny. But I mean, it's like, it's interesting. But this one is like, oh my gosh. It would make sense, and people who love Ariana Grande herself would be like, this is awesome. And I know there are fans of Ariana Grande who probably play Kingdom Hearts as well. So this would just be a shock factor too. What if to also introduce Ariana Grande to the theme, doing the future themes, or just her as this? What if Ariana Grande, her Final Fantasy character, in that anime shape of Final Fantasy, what if Ariana Grande herself, what if she was a boss in Kingdom Hearts 3? Once you beat the Kingdom Hearts 3 game, you come back, and like I've heard there's going to be multiple bosses possibly in Kingdom Hearts 3, which I could definitely see. I definitely think Sephiroth is going to reappear, and going to be a showdown with Sora and Cloud or something like that. If Tetsuya Nomura is a boss, I mean, it's possible, yeah. I'm not going to doubt it. But here's what I really think, and I think this would be amazing. And here's where this goes. Ariana Grande in her Final Fantasy character form as a secret boss, and she gets her own Keyblade. Like, I thought of this like musical pink Keyblade. I think we find out Ariana Grande is a Final Fantasy character and she can wield a Keyblade. And I thought, wouldn't it be awesome if they played the song The Light Is Coming as like the battle theme, and she like shoots out like musical notes, or like she sings or something, like fights with like this Keyblade when she hits Sora or something, it shoots out musical notes or something. Oh my gosh, and her Keyblade's like this pinkish, because I know Ariana Grande loves pink. It's like this pinkish type Keyblade, and like it's like a musical note, and after you defeat her or something, you get like this, you get this Keyblade or something like that, or you get like, I don't even know, like I think it'd be awesome though, like, and like I said, as the battle theme for it, it's like the light is coming to take back everything that the darkness stole. It's like playing while you're fighting her. Oh my gosh, like that would, oh, that would go down as an awesome Final Fantasy Kingdom Hearts 3 boss. Oh my gosh, like they already put her as a boss in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, meaning she is a Final Fantasy character in the Final Fantasy universe. So if they were to put her as a Kingdom Hearts 3 boss, oh my gosh, people would go insane. I would go insane. I'd be so happy. I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is epic. I'd be excited to fight her. I mean, like I said, it would just be epic. I would love to see how like she fights. Like I said, her magic could be like musical notes. Maybe like you get like this music magic thing when you beat her too. Like you get like awesome her Keyblade that she has, like this pink Keyblade. You know what would be even more crazy? Because there's this rumor right now going around that there will be 3 playable characters. And the way I'm just gonna be honest, and I'll talk about this in another video. The way I want to see that happen, is I really want to see it like Birth by Sleep. Like okay, and this is what the rumor is right now, the leak they're saying, the way it's going to be, is, which I'm going to talk about more in detail in another video, but the way they're saying the leak is kind of saying it's going to go, is pretty much that, you're going to play, Sora's going to be the main character you play as, right? But then after you beat Sora's story, there's going to be these like, DLCs that Square Enix releases later down the road, and you will like basically download these 2. It'll be like Riku's story, Kairi's story DLC, where you pick up the missing puzzle pieces. I think this sounds perfect. Like you basically play Sora's story, then you download the versions of Kairi and Riku's story, Riku and Kairi's story. Then you play as their story. The story, the stuff that you've been missing because you've been playing as Sora. I mean, it'd be awesome to have, it'd be like a Birth by Sleep type thing, where you choose, but it says like, it comes out later as DLC, or something like Final Fantasy. That almost sounds like Final Fantasy the way they did it. But please, 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 please make this DLC free. Please don't charge us for the Riku and Kairi story. I really won't like that, but, I mean, anyways, but we can talk about that later. But point is, there's a rumor right now going around that there will also be Riku and Kairi's story as DLC. It was a leak, supposedly, that someone says it's going to happen. There's going to be, like I said, a DLC where you can play as Riku and Kairi's story and find out what you missed while you're playing as Sora and play as there. But here's what I'm thinking. When you are playing as Kairi, oh my gosh, this is what I thought too. What if all of the characters fight like Ariana Grande's Final Fantasy character? That would be awesome. But I also thought, I mean, this would make sense too, because Kairi is a girl. What if Kairi is the one as a secret boss? I mean, I'd like to see it for all the characters, but it makes sense if it's Kairi, especially. But what if when you're playing as Kairi, what if when you're playing as Kairi, when you beat the game in Kairi's story, you get to fight Ariana Grande, the Final Fantasy. You get to fight Ariana Grande, Final Fantasy character.
This is it.
And then you get as the secret boss for Kairi. And then after you beat her, you get like the magic power, the music thing where you like maybe shoot musical notes or something for like magic spell for Kairi. And then you also get like Ariana Grande's like pink like keyblade that I could see her definitely having this like pink type keyblade. Yeah, I just think that'd be epic. And you, like I said, when you beat her, you get this, like I said, you get that pink musical note, whatever it looks like, keyblade. Like you get this awesome keyblade that Ariana Grande has for her Final Fantasy character. I just think it makes sense because she was a Final Fantasy character in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. It's not like a huge title, but I think it made perfect sense because Ariana Grande, I mean, she was a Final Fantasy character in the game. So putting her as a singer, that is just so creative, and as a boss for Kingdom Hearts 3, since she was a boss in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, imagine her as a secret boss and like Kairi fighting her, or just all the characters fighting her and getting her keyblade and the magic spell, music, or music raw, music, I mean they could call it music ga, I mean they could come up with all these names for it, it'd be so cool, like you shoot musical notes or something. Like, I think it makes sense. Like, it'd be cool, like, it'd be cool to fight Ariana Grande and this, like, thing. And then after you beat her, like I said, you get her, like, magical pink keyblade-looking keyblade that she uses that has maybe, like, a musical note and the keychain's a musical note. I mean, that'd just be awesome. And I think people who love Ariana Grande would love to see this. So, but that's where my idea went even further, was like with the secret boss, because she was a boss. I think it was a secret boss in the Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. That's where the idea is totally out of the realm of possibility. Is because of that, because she was a boss in a Final Fantasy game, and she is supposedly now considered a Final Fantasy character. So, but I just wanted to get this out there. I am going to be making more videos on this channel. So, this was one of my theories that has been like, and if I come up with more theories about this, I will definitely bring it to this channel. But yeah, this has been my theory, for Ariana Grande for Kingdom Hearts 3 and possibly continuing the themes for Kingdom Hearts. But yeah, I wanted to bring this up. Yeah, for sure. I definitely wanted to bring this up, about this. And I'm not going to mention any more of those, like, leak things. That's the only one I wanted to talk about, like, and I will talk about it more in another video, just about that one leak, about hearing that Riku and Kairi being a DLC extra story, where you can play their story and what they did, and while you were playing Sora, you can now finally see them in their own DLC. I will be definitely talking about that more in another video. But yes, I just wanted to get this out there. So yeah, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe. And my YouTube name is Tyler Kingdom Hearts. And stay awesome and peace out.